Hello everyone, welcome back to Fight Edge channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Former contender for the world heavyweight title and now American heavyweight Michael Hunter gave an interview for the British media. There is a lot of talk about the fight between Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. I saw your retweet. Someone wrote, "Why doesn't Tyson Fury fight Michael Hunter? Because he is available." Can you share your disappointment that Fury didn't choose a good boxer? These dudes don't want to fight, Hunter said. They just don't want to fight. They just want to do something else. They want fame, they want some excuses. Most of them do that. In general, this is a bad thing for boxing. I take my hat off to Francis Ngannou and his team for making this fight a reality, taking advantage of the opportunity, because we, in fact, have a clone who owns the title. This is a deplorable situation, Michael Hunter said. Francis Ngannou told why his fight with Wilder broke down. Former UFC champion in the weight category up to 120 kilograms, Francis Ngannou called the reason why his fight under the rules of boxing against Wilder broke down. Our fight didn't take place because Wilder was offered a fight with Joshua. Deontay wants to win the status of a contender and trying to regain the title, but I think we will resume negotiations with him soon. Recently, the promoters announced the fight of Francis Ngannou against Tyson Fury on October 28 at a tournament in Saudi Arabia. For the Cameroonian, this will be his boxing debut. Wilder is currently in talks with Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua. Earlier, Deontay Wilder was the WBC heavyweight boxing champion of the world. Tyson Fury about Joshua. This coward has been running from a fight with me since 2017. Professional British heavyweight boxer Tyson Fury, the WBC world champion, criticized his compatriot Anthony Joshua. "I've been trying to fight Joshua for several years. This coward has been running from a fight with me since 2017. To stand up to me, you need to be very brave. But Joshua is just a jerk." Joshua was previously the heavyweight champion of the world in 4 versions. In his last fight, AJ defeated Jermaine Franklin by a referee decision. Anthony's next fight is scheduled to take place on August 12 against former WBC title contender Dillian Whyte. Tyson Fury is still looking for a new opponent. Former heavyweight title contender Dillian Whyte is confident that he will not get a good response from fans. If he wins over compatriot Anthony Joshua, the confrontation between AJ and Whyte will take place on August 12 in London, United Kingdom. Recall that Joshua and Whyte boxed for the first time in December 2015. Their fight ended in Anthony's favor, with a technical knockout in the 7th round. "Even if I beat Joshua, I still want to get the respect I deserve. If I beat him, people will say he is on the decline. They will say what he was like. In any case, some nonsense will be said." 33-year-old Joshua had his last fight against Jermaine Franklin in April this year. In this confrontation, Anthony won by a unanimous decision. He has 25 wins, 22 by knockout and 3 defeats. The 35-year-old Whyte last entered the ring against the same Franklin in November 2022. This fight lasted the entire distance and ended in favor of Dillian by a majority decision of the judges. He has 28 wins, 90 by knockout and 3 defeats. Taking into account all bonuses, Francis Ngannou can get about $30 million for the fight against Fury. As for the fee of the Briton, it would be 3 or 4 times more. Their fight is of an exhibition nature, which means that the WBC title, which Tyson owns, will not be at stake. However, the rules of the meeting itself include the usual classic boxing rules. 12 rounds, knockdowns and knockouts are allowed. However, the format of the fights interests Ngannou last of all. The main goal of a Cameroonian is to earn a lot of money, and for this he can hardly be criticized. As a fighter, Francis achieved the ultimate goal and became a champion in the strongest promotion on the planet, UFC. Do not forget that he is already 36-year-old, and at this age, many people leave professional sports. In the UFC, for several years of his career, Ngannou earned a little more than $3 million. According to a new offer from Dillian Whyte, Francis could get 5–6 million in about a couple of years, but it's still not comparable to the fee for one fight against Tyson Fury. Everyone understands who will be the winner. On the territory of Fury, it's the Briton who is the favorite. He has not had a single defeat in his professional career, and it is unlikely that the debutant Ngannou will stop him. The Cameroonian, having signed a contract for this fight, risks not losing outright, but being knocked out for the first time in his career. But for $30 million, Francis is ready to experience what Miocic, Blaze, and Awerem, another UFC heavyweights he defeated, experienced. The head of the WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, said that it was finally time to determine the mandatory challenger for the heavyweight champion of the organization. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, the third number of the rating, could become him, since Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz, standing above, would not hold the qualifying fight scheduled back in November. We need to take action, Suleiman told Sky Sports. I intend to discuss this with the board of directors, because it's already July and there is nothing. The Wilder-Ruiz fight was scheduled last November. We did not exert pressure in the hope that Fury would fight. Now we need to make some kind of decision. This is one of the options, Suleiman added. About the appointment of Joshua as a mandatory candidate. If Deontay Wilder and Ruiz don't boxing in the qualifying fight, Joshua is right behind them in third place. But I don't want to speculate on this topic now, as it is irresponsible. You need to follow the procedure. The WBC board of directors should make this decision. Former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua gave his comments about the upcoming fight between the Korean WBC champion Tyson Fury and former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou. I don't care about this fight, because it doesn't concern me in any way, and I don't have any business here. Why do we need such a fight at all? Tyson had an opportunity to fight, but he didn't take it. It must be admitted that he is only interested in a business and he doesn't care about boxing. Such a person can only wish good luck and say goodbye to him, Joshua said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.